got a good one in store, as it'll be the Wizards of Brooklyn taking on the Giants of Tokyo. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go here in Tokyo. Devontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
20 TX.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4.
North salad.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gold River.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. The Giants at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
Throwing Jones. In trouble, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He'll return it from the 6. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll start with the option. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Here we go.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers. Apple, 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 apple.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down carry for Barkley. Fighting through it. He's got space. Oh, what a move. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that? Because
typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space.
Gold cutter, gold cutter, gold cutter.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Fan. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1
1 seed, so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Jones to throw on third down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. The slant pass complete to Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Tua to throw again. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The slot man in motion right. Lamb will go in motion.
Get to the line!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua, the final shot before half. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Great.
Back to throw. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
A 2nd field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And shoves him off at the 20.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 25, here's 2nd down at 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Barkley, inside handoff.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Jones, a throw completed to Hyatt.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Go, North Copper! Go, North Copper! Up, go!
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Jones throwing for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Tua going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Wizards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Second down and a yard. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now Jones got this complete to Hyatt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Jones on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Touchdown! CD Lamb, 34 yards. And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. Off play action. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Cockroach! Timberland! Timberland.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.